All right, Paul, back for another round. Round two of the, or not round two, but I guess the second home game today for us.
Yeah.
We got
back by popular demand.
That's right.
Over here.
So we've got a second round, the second home game for the fight, playing the Whiteplains Wombats. It's a beautiful, sunny day. 5 o'clock on Saturday, June 22nd, at Garthwaite Stadium in Conshohocken.
Beautiful day for rugby, as they say.
It is a beautiful day for rugby. We've got a new vantage point for today. Excited to be up on the top of the booth. Also want to give a shout out to our cameraman, Gerald Rama. First time running the camera for us today.
Hello, Ferrer. So we got a kickoff to Philly White Marsh. Jared Fry with the ball. Good catch.
Great field by Fry.
Tackle made about the 30-yard line. First carry up. Goes into contact. Couple missed tackles. Brian Madden with a good yardage.
That was
28 game.
Great carry. Good start. Oh, a little bit of space there, Paul.
Oh, high tackle. Looks like Whiteplains is not quite ready for the physicality of White Marsh right now. Good straight run. Good hard run. Jared Fry with the pass. Louis Tullio with the ball. Looking to create a little bit.
So Tullio was questionable for the game today. He's got some knee issues that have been bugging him, but it's good to see him playing.
Looks like he's moving all right now.
Oh.
Good kick. Oh, unlucky.
Paul, we saw Lewis connect on one of those against Nova a couple weeks ago, and it was definitely on there. There was space on the outside. Just the wind, if you can probably hear it, the wind is picking up, and the wind, I think, just carried that one into touch.
Definitely a judgment call with these kicks here. But a good space, good eye from Tullio. That space is there all day. Lewis could use that space if it's available for next time.
Absolutely. All right, so our first shot at the fight on defense.
Looks like they're coming up much stronger this time around.
Yeah, last game they had some issues with some slow line speed. It is early, so we'll see what the fitness does for them. We're a little bit deeper in the season. These guys have been working hard. We expect to see a strong defensive line from Philly today.
A couple newer guys in the starting lineup. That could be the difference today. Good tackle with Jared Fry. Ball's coming up. Wombats. Hit up by Wombats, but a kick.
I'll tell you, the wind is definitely going to be a factor. That kick, I don't think went where he wanted it.
Both balls were kicking into the window.
Yep.
Let's see if the team figures out. Good tackle. Wombats seem to be struggling with their tackles early on in this game.
Yeah, Philly's getting a lot of territory just on these first few phase hit-ups, Paul. They're getting about 10 meters for the first 3 tackles here.
It looks like they're identifying them right around the edge of the tackles where the weakness is.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. It should be Tullio's ball. Oh, unlucky. Uh-oh. Hot potato. Oh, I love it.
Come back in. Oh, trying to do too much.
That was a nice offload. Keeley was available. I just honestly don't think he was expecting it.
Julio came up limping on that play a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that the rest of the game.
He did slip the tackle, though.
He did. Yep. Slippery, that Louis Tullio.
Oh, that was a knock-on. Yeah.
Good defensive pressure by Philly White Marsh. By the Philly Fight here.
Paul is confused with his team names.
Guy we're doing league here.
It's summer, Paul. It's Philly Fight season. Get in the spirit.
Philly Fight season.
All right, so first scrum of the game. And we could pretend that we have some keys to the scrum, but the reality is I just don't get it, bro.
Well, I think they just don't contest. Is that right?
There's not going to be a contest.
Really, anybody can play anywhere.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, definitely anyone can play anywhere when Jared Fry is the last man in the scrum.
Good feed. Good take. Looks like Wombats are really struggling with the tackles today.
So it looks like Philly's strategy today, Paul, a little bit different than when we saw them against Nova on the first few tackles. They are just picking and going right off the tackle as opposed to trying to pass off the back. Oh, that's a tough turnover.
Lewis Tulio not quite looking. Trying to do an extra play here. Oh, looks like a knock. Turnover. Well done by Philly.
Yeah, he just shit the bed there, man. That's interesting. So it looks like there was a knock on just on the reset there. So he was tackled, came up to reset the ball to roll it, and just dropped it, which I guess still counts.
Unforced errors.
Yeah. You know, I will tell you, Paul, we haven't seen a fastened seatbelt penalty yet today, which, you know, the players are definitely taking their and our safety very seriously.
Line speed from the Wombats are not great right now.
Yeah, pretty weak.
Jared Fry having some issues with the passes.
We want to apologize for our viewers for some foul language from certain players on the field. Lewis is not happy with that ball from Fry guy.
Not great. Let's see, the unforced errors by both teams here.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, Philly has had the majority of the territory here. They've been playing in Whiteplains half for most of the game. And really, I think the difference right now is actually defense. To your point, Whiteplains has just not been coming up. And Philly's just taking, you know, 10 meters for the first three phases and just knocking on the door each time.
Philly can hold on to the ball here. They can really do some damage.
Yeah.
But they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Looks like Whiteplains is having their own confusion.
Too many Union guys playing league.
I think that was the rumor. I spoke to a friend on Whiteplains, and he let me know that they had recruited a few Union guys to fill in. I guess numbers were light this weekend. It's a Tomahawks weekend, so some of the best players that got called up, they're playing down in Jamaica this weekend. Want to give a shout out to Tristan Silk. He's playing with the Hawks today in Kingston, man.
Good luck, Tristan.
That was a great hit there by Philly.
Brian Keeley on that tackle.
I got to check our roster for the big man. I think it's Josh. Yeah, Josh Rizzuto, number 8. Paul, I think you're in the shot.
Ball's been recovered by Philly. It's in their own half.
All right, we've got a penalty. No, not a seatbelt.
No, not a seatbelt.
He's just pointing. It looks like it's going to be the fight's ball.
All right, now allowing the man to get up. It's what I imagine.
All right, so Tulio's going to kick for touch here. And
He
just finds it.
finds it.
That was a good touch find. Very good touch find.
See if Philly can capitalize here.
All right, so first phase ball for Philly here, Paul.
Take a big hit. Good. 8 meters on that carry there.
Oh, unlucky.
Handling errors. Unforced errors. Really hurting
Unlucky.
both teams right now.
Yeah, the ball seems slick today.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of hot potato.
Seems like a couple new guys in different spots.
Yeah.
Alright, scrum to the Wombats. Ball's been set. Pass out.
Oh,
Really
that's
not
a tough
meeting
tackle.
on that tackle. Second hit by the Wombats. Third ball coming out.
Whoa.
Some heavy runners from the Wombats here.
That was a big shot from Mike Gentili.
Jared Fry on that tackle.
I'll tell you, Paul, Philly's defense now is really tightening up here. It's looking pretty solid. Let's see. Uh-oh. I might have jinxed them with that one.
Not coming up.
All right, it's try time for Whiteplains.
4-0.
4-0.
Pending this kick.
Right up the middle.
I think Donnie's running the clock.
Donnie is not running the clock, is right.
Scoreboard is incorrect.
Yeah, Donnie was doing a great job.
Pumping
We
the
miss you,
crowd out.
Donnie. So it's 4-0 White Plains. It's about 10 minutes into the game. Paul, what did you see on that try there?
It looks like we have a miscommunication on defense here. Looks like the line speed from all the guys are not consistent.
Yeah.
And gaps were created, especially when the first man is missing his tackle. Kick is up. Kick is good.
All right,
6-0 Wombats.
6-0.
Ball is going to kick off to the Wombats, I believe. 4.
That was Willie Dominguez, our rugby league analyst, giving us incorrect information. Willie, venerable player for the New York Knights, now defunct New York Knights, New York Rugby Club. All-around great guy. Great to see Willie in Philadelphia.
Kyle, we were counting on Willie to be our league rules expert.
He was supposed to be, but apparently he's been recruited by White Plains to be the assistant coach today.
And I'm not sure we can trust him with his information.
No, he's giving us bad information. And the irony of this is he's here this week for some kind of like educational conference, and the counting, well, we'll just leave that alone. But Willie Dominguez, we do want to wish Willie get well. He tore his ACL last year, and he's on the mend, and he's looking for a fall 19 return to the pitch. And we want to wish Willie a successful return, regardless of his counting skills.
The game is better with Willie on the field.
That's exactly right. Also want to give a shout out to White Plains player John Santiago, who recently suited up. He's a current New York Athletic Club, Notre Dame College alumni. Actually went one semester to Penn State.
Oh, Penn State.
Paul Chang's alumni.
We are Penn State.
We are. All right, Philly to kick. Ooh, Big Josh is rip. Oh, that's a rip.
Miscommunication by the Wombats. It's going to go out the back. It goes out the back.
All right, so now we really need our rules analyst because we don't know what the hell is going to happen
Willie
here.
Dominguez.
So let's just play that back. So they kicked it. It was touched by White Plains in
Yes.
play, and then went out the back. So it went dead.
Out the back. Seems like unforced errors. Miscommunication.
All right, so this is like I think this is like a Rugby League 22. That's what it looked like.
So Philly recovers on the 30-yard line. Carries about 12 meters forward. Some on the 15. Let's see if they can hammer it through.
So what we want to see here, Paul, is we want to see them get the third or fourth phase and have Tulio have a go here.
Absolutely.
But might not be necessary with the way we're carrying it.
Missing a lot of tackles here. About 7 meters out. Let's see if they can bang down the doorstep and try here. Luis Tulio with the play.
It was good vision, but the Philly guy just didn't run the line there, unfortunately. Ooh, Fry! Wow!
There's Fry.
Wow!
Josh with the carry.
All right, so I think I know what happened there. First of all, what a play by Fry guy there, put the body on the line.
Really trying to jump over the defenders there.
So I think there was a penalty to Philly there because White Plains tried to rip the ball with a double tackle.
Two men, yeah.
But what about that play from Fry? He goes in the air and he actually manages to offload before the tackle, and Big Josh gets a shot at it.
Good to see Fry Guy back with all the injuries he sustained playing the better code of Union Rugby.
Fry Guy is a tough cookie, man. He really is. And
That's a good play. That's a good look. Looks like try awarded.
Yeah, try to fight.
Well done to fight.
All right.
Capitalizing on the mistakes of the White Plains Wombats.
Jerry, our cameraman's trying to tell us that the try's worth 5 points, but Paul, we know better.
We know better. Despite Willie Dominguez's incorrect information.
Willie, fake news Dominguez. All right, so what do we got? 6-4 White Plains.
Pending this kick.
Another kick up the middle. So it looks like Josh is taking the kicks here. I'll tell you that he had a boot on the.
A little untraditional. Has the ball pointing up rather than pointing out.
Jerry, our cameraman, is zooming in on the guy running on the track around the field.
Jerry's trying to see what kind of flavor Gatorade the runner's having.
It looked like the Frost flavor.
I believe you're correct.
It's like,
Kyle, what is your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
man, that's a great question, dude.
Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, I mean Ecto Cooler, but Ecto Cooler is not a flavor of Gatorade.
It's a high C flavor. Jerry.
Yeah, that's
why you're behind.
I mean,
the
that's
camera.
a great answer. Kick is up and good.
Up is good.
So the score is not at 6-6. I mean, Paul, I'm classic, man. I'm a lemon lime kind of guy. If I'm feeling crazy, I get the red flavor. I don't actually know what is red flavor. Fruit punch.
I think it's fruit punch. Fruit
Yeah.
punch can't go wrong with fruit punch.
Yeah, I'm a simple man. I grew up in the OG days of Gatorade where there weren't that many flavors.
Before all the crazy stuff.
Before all the crazy stuff is right.
Back in my day, they only had 4 flavors of Gatorade, and there was no flavors. You just called it by color.
That's right. You want red? It was like red, green, orange.
No,
Yellow.
there were always flavors.
There's yellow,
Jerry cameraman says there are always flavors.
but nobody remembers the flavors. They just remember the color.
There's another root beer in there.
All right, so the score is tied. I'm looking at our camera. Looks like we're about 28 minutes in. So it's 6-all.
Josh with the recovery, carry forward, breaks 1 tackle.
Oh, that's a big boy.
That's a big boy. Good carry.
So we did get a chance to talk to Fry Guy before the game, and one of the things he let us know is they've got a relatively inexperienced team today for the fight. We mentioned Tristan Silk is on duty with the Tomahawks. We're missing, everybody's favorite Chunk is at a wedding this weekend.
Captain, coach.
Captain, coach. He's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
He's
Dom.
captain,
Do it all.
coach. No, Dom's not on the team, Joe.
Tom doesn't play.
We're missing Big Sam Pierce.
Big Sam Pierce. That's right. There was rumors of a Conrad Meraki showing, but
Never heard of him.
never heard of him. Not sure.
All right, so it's
I
going to
heard
be
he plays rugby, but
it's
I'm
going to
not
be
really
White Plains ball here, Paul. I have no idea what happened.
sure. I don't either. Let's switch here. Good tackle. No gain by the Wombats. Good tackle by Philly. Well done. Territory is well covered here by Philly.
Yeah, White Plains has to move the ball away from the tackle. So you got the 2 markers there that are covering a pretty good amount of ground for Philly. And they really have to move that ball away, which they're doing a better job of here.
Seems like the ball is being too close to the break there. Now they're going to try to move it. A little kick through. Philly's able to cover and put it
fielded.
down.
Well fielded.
Good cover by Philly.
All right, so...
That wasn't 6 down, I believe, Kyle. I believe that kick may have been out of desperation.
It was, but it looks like Philly... I'm not sure what's happening here, but it looks like Philly's going to kick. 20-meter drop, says our rules analyst, Willie Dominguez. Finally adding some value. Thank you, Willie.
Wombats with the carry. Good tackle here by Philly. Philly's defense has been pretty good, except for that one miscue for the try.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that really cost them 6 points, though.
I agree. Finally, Keeley, I'll tell you, Keeley's been hiding on the wing, which is surprising for a guy like him. He's a very aggressive defender. And I'd love to see him a little bit more in the middle of the field because he's quick off the ball. There's a lot of space here, Paul.
Missed tackle by John, Big John there.
White Plains, 5 meters out. Uh-oh. 3-on-1.
It's a good hole. That's a great tackle. Louis Tullio with the assist. Louis with the assist.
All right.
Again, with a kick from the Wombats, Philly
fielded.
recovers.
So I'm going to guess number 7 for White Plains looks to be an import. Maybe not. Maybe he's a really good American. But he seems to be the guy who they want with the ball in his hands on 4th and 5th phase. It didn't look to me like he could kick, and then he just laid down that grubber. That was really pretty filthy grubber in a nice way.
Second one that he's tried today.
Yeah, it was there.
It was there. Jared Fry is still with a solid tackle.
What a tackle, Fry Guy. 1-on-1, I love it. I'll tell you, man, I mean, the real question, Paul, is what is going to be the new ink that Jared Frymore gets? I know, I'm not sure if you saw the latest one that he got, but he finally got the dude tattooed on his, I think on his arm.
Jared Fry told me there are rumors of him getting a Philly White Marsh tattoo.
Get out of here.
That's what he had informed me.
Wow.
Proud about the club.
Proud about the club, perhaps.
Not Union's not his favorite, but
No, I
loves
mean,
Philly White Marsh.
Union is not been kind to Fry Guy, and through no fault of his own, I feel like I know very few people in my rugby coaching career that have had more freak injuries than him in games that don't mean anything. We love you, Fry.
Kick for touch by Philly, by Luis Tulio. Ball's about the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Yards?
Meter line.
Meters.
I think meters. All right, so this is a nice attacking platform for Philly, Paul.
Six faces try to get it in from the halfway line. Big carry, knocking over a couple of White Plains guys.
We don't know this. Do we know this guy?
Number 20.
He is huge. And he's literally taken 3 guys to tackle on every tackle.
He might be a Northeast Irish guy.
You might be right. I think they got to give him the ball again. Big Josh, here we go.
Josh going forward. Missed a couple more missed tackles. White Plains really getting about 10 to 12 yards meters every single carry they got here.
Yeah.
White Plains maybe possibly looks a little tired, especially on that left side of that line.
Oh, it's a great offload. I tell you, we don't see a ton of offloading, Paul, but it by and large has been pretty effective. Oh yeah,
Big crash
I
through.
like
That's a try.
That's a try.
I think he knocked it
might
on.
have been held up.
Wow. I'll tell you, he was in, Paul. He just landed funny on his back and didn't flip over quick enough.
That was a
to
good
put it
carry
down.
by Philly. I think if they just keep this up all day, they're going to be just fine. Gerald, our cameraman, is pointing out our runner again.
Starting to wonder if Gerald, our cameraman, has an infatuation for the runner. He doesn't have a shirt on.
Seems like he's looking more than just a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. All right, big numbers outside for Philly. Look at this. All they got to do is through the hands here, Paul. Through. Oh dear.
Brian Keeley with the mishandle.
That was kind of behind him.
That was Gerald Rama with the commentary
Gerald Rama played 2 months of rugby.
for Conestoga and 1 day of pit rugby.
Literally 1 day.
1 day. Not even one practice.
It was
right?
a meaningful day, though. That was a tough break for Philly. Oh, boy. Okay.
Still good contact, meeting him at the line. Philly's defense is still coming up nice and strong here. This is third phase, and they're not even past the 30-yard line yet. Meter.
Yeah, no, the line speed has been good, except for that phase.
Yes.
Line speed has been good, and
kick through.
Oh, that's a
he
good-
finds space.
there's a lot of space there. But Philly's going to have an opportunity to counter here. Actually, Paul, that reminds me. You know who else we're missing is Roman Lowry.
Roman Lara, I'm just thinking about that.
He had a very good game against Nova, in my opinion.
Yes, he did. Great counterattacker off his kick.
Yeah, he's quick. Fields kicked. I don't think he dropped a kick the whole game against Nova. He looked pretty sharp.
I believe Nova was actively trying to kick away from him.
Yeah, as they should have. All right, big boy.
Big carry coming through. Hold on to the ball, big man.
I'll tell you.
Well done.
I take pity on the guy that takes that first hit on him. He's literally just basically agreeing that he's going to be obliterated.
Luis Tulio with the
That was a
ball.
great
Nice
ball.
play. Putting right into his hands.
All right, last down here. Tulio's going to go for the big boy kick. I think that went backwards.
Looks okay. Not good.
So it's going to be a turnover.
Joe Rahman once again pointing out the runner.
All right, so we got a White Plains ball here. It's still 6-all, and we're coming up on the 30-minute mark of the first half. About 12 minutes to go in the first half here.
Santi, a little extra shoulder there.
Little extra. Hello,
A little
hello.
extra. Just sort of hello in rugby. That's all it is.
Hello, ladies.
Tell you, I was impressed by Santi's Union game up against New York Rugby.
Yeah,
John is
an excellent player. This is his first year of league, and John is a big guy.
His skill set seems to translate to league very well.
Yep. Ooh, there's a lot of space there.
Tackle by Philly. You know who we're also missing is everybody's favorite is Colin Westman.
I know. Colin, for being predominantly a Union guy.
Impressive debut.
All right. We're looking here to figure out what's going on. Hey, Willie.
Sounds like Sparkles is coming out.
Sparkles is coming out. We were looking for our rules analyst, Willie, to tell us what's going on here. Willie's not paying attention. He's drinking beers on the sideline. He does have the tee, though.
Tee's a very important piece of equipment for rugby.
Zoom in on Willie.
It's okay. All right, so it was a penalty on Whiteplains. I think that might have just been an obstruction is what it looked like.
Possibly. Unclear.
All right, so same starting point for Philly. 6 tackles, fresh to go. Or sorry, we're at the 40 here, but good attacking position here again for Philly.
Oh, it looks a little high there to me.
We're not seeing any,
No seatbelt.
anything.
Number 15 just walking onto the pitch. Fresh 16, I'm sorry. Fresh
tell ya.
legs, just carry guy for 8 yards.
Talk to you about keeping those legs driving. Look at the space now for the fight. Whiteplains are now disorganized, Paul. Look at the space on the left-hand side, so our near side here.
Looks like Big John's going to take the next ball here.
Yeah, they might go out the back. Yeah.
Jared Fry struggling with the pass, especially to his left side. Brian Keeley with a carry. Offload there.
Interesting.
Kick to Lewis.
Oh, wow.
So 20-yard drop to Philly Whiteplains.
I'm not sure. We got an injury on Whiteplains. Jerry, can we get the injury? We got an injury. We got a goal line drop coming out. I'll tell you what. Lewis might be a little bit injured, but he is still angry as always.
You know what they say, 80% of Louis Tulio is still better than most of the guys out there.
It is true, man. Tulio is a machine. All right, so we've got a goal line drop here.
Right to the aforementioned Louis Tulio. Big Johnson with the big carry. Ooh.
Yeah, he wasn't held. I don't think that counts.
I don't think so either.
That was like a chop, like NFL tackle.
Looks like there was no wrap on that tackle.
No wrap is right, bro.
Oh, number 1 sees space. Looks like he's got the try.
Yeah, he's
Put
in.
it down.
He's in.
Try awarded.
All right.
Well done to Philly. It's 10-6 Philly fight here.
That was a great play. It was a great play by Philly, just recognizing the space and just sneaking in there. What we're starting to see as we wind down the first half, Paul, is Whiteplains is getting very, very disorganized after the second or third tackle, and their defense is converging on the ball, and so there's a lot of space to play with for Philly.
And it seems like Philly fight is continuing to exploit the gaps around the side of the tackle.
100%.
The tacklers are not from Philly on the Whiteplains guys are not covering that side very well.
50% battery.
Yeah,